All right, so you've made a shirt.
Indeed.
I have the shirt. Now, these aren't available for pre-order yet, are they? Or
Not yet.
Not yet. So nobody here has ordered these.
Yeah.
But this is a shirt for working out.
This is the prototype, the actual
prototype.
shirt. And we work with fashion designers, formerly with Nike, Under Armour. It's going to look different. But
Okay, so this is the prototype of the
yes.
OMSignal shirt. What does this shirt do that a normal workout shirt does not?
Well, let me try and answer this one with a question, Jason.
Okay.
What's the only wearable that we have all been wearing our entire life, pretty much since the day we were born? There's actually only one answer to that one, and it is clothing. So our take is clothing is the ultimate wearable medium. So this shirt actually tracks multiple biometrics from my body. In fact, right now, my undershirt, I wear it all the time, is biostreaming my body onto my phone.
Okay, so let's show the phone here. And there it is.
All right.
Okay, so this is your heart rate?
This is my live heart rate, which is pounding for obvious reasons, because I'm speaking in front of a live audience.
Okay, don't be nervous.
That doesn't help, you know.
No, seriously, don't be nervous, because it's there. You could get slaughtered in the press, and the whole. I mean, what if the demo breaks?
I know.
If the demo crashes, it would be incredibly.
I feel like a guinea pig here,
All right.
a human experiment in front of
Okay,
thousands.
breathe deep, relax.
We'll get to breathing.
Everything will be okay. Deep breath. Everybody's on your side, and it's going to be a fantastic demo. Okay.
Awesome.
It is a real. Boom! Oh, this is great. I could do this all day.
Yeah, next time you wear yours, you know.
I'm going to put mine on. It would do it like competing things.
But just so every pop of the circle is a heartbeat, and the background color contains information as well. The more it is towards the green, the healthier is the biometric, and the more it is towards the red, the more worried about it I should be. So I'm not in an optimal place here. We also have a step count. We do measure activity, movement. This might
So like a Fitbit.
Yeah, exactly.
It replaces your Fitbit or whatever device.
Big fans of Fitbit, but we do track activity and steps
Sure.
and movement.
Okay.
This is calorie burn, which is taken directly from the heart, which tends to be more accurate than through activity derivation. My calorie burn is not so bad today, really, because of the stress of this event increased my metabolism, not so much because I worked out. So it's different when you take it from the heart. This is what we call my OM index. It refers to my tension level in the present moment. So this is pretty high, actually.
Yeah.
And it refers to my emotive state. And in fact, we see a ton of opportunities over time to model human emotions from raw physiological data. And we think this is going to open new doors of engagement. For example, think of someone wanting to increase their mental focus during an exam, or an athlete wanting to increase their performance while, during a football game, or people wanting to deal with anxiety and so on and so forth. I was doing a human experiment earlier, trying to calm myself down with breathing. So the field of psychometrics we think is interesting. Look inside the circle as I breathe here.
Wow, that's interesting. So it's tracking how you breathe. Now, with the shirt, just so people know, there's no devices I can actually see, except, I think if I open it up, I do see this one.
No, don't show that.
Oh, sorry. Don't show that? Okay. So let me ask this. There's not much going on with the shirt that you can feel.
Exactly.
So when you were doing that breathing, what was happening?
Well, it's important to know that there's no glued or patched electrodes or sensor. The shirt is the sensor.
You just put the shirt on. You're not.
You just put the shirt is the sensor.
You're not wetting any diodes or gluing them on.
Right. Absolutely not. And the breathing is we measure the expansion and contraction of your chest. You can get respirate, breathing balance, breathing regularity, and a number of derivation. And this is textile driven. It's really a textile driven construction.
So when the textiles know that your chest is expanding, it's measuring breathing?
Yes, exactly. That's how it works. Like your chest does this, it creates the wave, and you can make derivations to have breathing balance, breathing regularity, et cetera. And breathing is actually a very powerful signal. I mean, you don't think about it now and you breathe, but it's a unique biological function. You can manually override it, slow down your breathing, increase your exhale time, and impact your core nervous system to increase your self-mastery, your readiness for performance, or your well-being. Right now, the most popular breathing application from our athletic trialers has to do with O2 volume. It's just taking in more oxygen as you work out or as you train to bring more oxygen to your muscle, reduce the creation of lactate acid, increase your endurance and power. But the point is that we think breathing is a powerful signal.
How do you get that oxygen saturation? Is that what it's called, saturation?
No, this is not saturation. No,
What do they
this
call
is
that?
just breathing volume.
Well, the O2 is what, though?
It's oxygen, and the way we do this, that actually, I mean, it's a little bit of a shortcut. We calculate the air you take in, and then it's a ratio of roughly 25% in most places, so we divide by 4 to get to oxygen.
But if I was in a different city, if I was in
don't.
Boulder or something, I could change it or something in my settings.
True, but we don't account for that yet.
Okay.
Let me show you something else, Jason, here, because some people may want to see what's the core heart signal here. This is my live ECG. Whenever my heart beats, like when your heart beats, it generates electrical current. It's a measure of the electrical signature of my heart from top to bottom, from the atrium to the ventricles. So there's a ton of information in there. This type of heart signal actually contains a lot more than what you'd get from pulse, usually taken at the extremities. An ECG curve like this correlates with your energy level, your stress level, your willpower, your ability to train hard on a given day, and contains a ton of information about the risk of having certain health problems. So my point is that not every heart signal is created equal.
Is that signal what people would use with a Holter monitor or whatever those
Absolutely,
were?
yep.
How close is it to that, 10 diode on your chest report?
Well, we've had multiple cardiologists and emergency doctor look at this, and it's a very robust signal. We actually went reasonably far on the medical side, because when people saw OMSignal, they see a platform, and the medical folks want to do stuff, and we had trials lined up, and we decided to postpone these and kind of focus on the consumer application to start, just because we're a startup. But your instinct is a good one. This is, it's maybe not officially, but in essence, medical grade signal.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a heart attack, God forbid, whatever number of weeks ago, would you not want to wear this and pay somebody to be monitoring and reviewing yourself every day, or when something is changing, for them to get an alert on their phone, so your doctor could get an alert that you're having sex after your heart attack or something like that? What does sex look like on
Would
that?
the alert be an encouragement or?
Exactly. Well, what happens when you're having sex on there? Does your ohm go to 100?
Well, I want to show you something else here before we.
I mean, that's what they're all thinking. They want to know what happens when.
Let's power up the dashboard.
Okay, let's put the dashboard up. Okay, we'll get to sex in a second.
So what you're about to see are the live biometrics of my team. We could scroll up and down.
These are real people.
These are real people with real heartbeats and real breathing
Do they
rates.
know that? I mean, what's the privacy violation we just did
well,
there?
of course, they all agree
know?
to that. They
you
all
can put
agree
that back
to
up, guys.
And most of them are in Montreal, some are in Toronto. I'm here with my head of marketing, San Francisco.
Hey, can we put this up, guys? There it is. Okay, wait a second. Hold on. What is that 126? And the guy next to him, your chief medical officer, is about to die, and your technical lead is asleep.
He's working exactly. Well, let me take some
this
notes
is great.
here.
I didn't know that this was for running a startup, so I can see which one of my employees I have put under the right amount of pressure. And if somebody is relaxed, I can go yell at them and tell them to work harder. You are a
I'm
genius.
taking notes here. Yeah, absolutely. It's a productivity
Forget
application.
about medical usage.
Here's the funny thing about my chief medical officer, who you called out. He's actually a surgeon from UCSF and a fellow in sports medicine. He wears the shirt while he does surgery to help him kind of master his stress level while at work. I know he's working out now, but I
Oh,
hope
is
he's
it
not
really
in
working?
surgery. The running gag at the office with this one is when we see someone remote exhibiting an erratic breathing behavior, we speculate on what they may be doing at the other end. But
That would be the answer to my sex question.
but we didn't investigate more than that.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, can we go to the slides, please?
Yeah, let's go to the slides.
Do you want me
first.
well, so we've talked about the shirt. Let me maybe show.
Now, let me ask you just a couple more technical questions on the shirt. I know that there's a cable. Actually, the cable's not in here. Bryce, grab me the cable. There's a cable that plugs into the pocket here, and you have like a little controller. It's about the size of a cigarette pack.
Yeah, this is not what we're going to ship is going to be different than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now, is it giving this information live
Yeah, it's live.
over what, Bluetooth or Wi-Fi?
Bluetooth.
So there's some sort of base station, or it goes to my phone?
Yeah. It's
Either.
It's just there's a base station that process the signal and sends the signal Bluetooth to the phone continually. So it goes
To your phone.
Now it's focused on iOS, and then it goes into the cloud. It's really a multi-tiered architecture.
Okay, great. Got it.
Let me show you maybe the machines that we use to make these shirts. Next slide, please. Oh, actually, I have the clicker.
Oh, okay. Yeah, or next slide. They can do it.
All right. So these are the actual machines that fabricate our shirts, and it's a very automated fabrication process, which is obviously cost efficient and good for consistency. And it's a software-driven process. And in a way, we brought principles of the lean startup to the textile industry. Every millimeter of the shirt is controlled for tightness of the knit we use, for the mixture of the yarn we use. The overall design and construction is software-driven. So, in essence, this is software-driven clothing or even software-driven fashion. Factoid about these same two machines, they also produce a technical garment for NFL teams, for UFC fighters, for people recovering from surgery. So even before the digital magic, it has performance and health-related properties. And our take on wearable overall is the magic, is going to be amplified when we have ubiquitous live biological signal in the cloud, in context. So imagine millions of people biostreaming their physiological data into the cloud just by wearing clothing, and you have the context in which it happens. And we think this will enable the crowdsourcing of health and wellness. Like we and other wearable companies will enable that. And this is where the magic happens, because with this information, you actually can derive like insightful, meaningful prediction, like the use case about the heart attack you said, or we'll tell you go to sleep early or you're going to have a cold, or to the contrary, like your biometrics are balanced and your HRV strong, so push at the gym,
Or you could be looking at a city-by-city basis of stress or breathing or heart rate, and people could understand, like, listen, you're suffering from a heart attack. These are not the 4 cities you should live in.
Exactly.
These other 6 cities have profiles where people are lowering their stress. You need to move.
Absolutely.
To a less stressful environment or something.
There's a ton of population insights we think are going to be revealed as wearable become mainstream, and wearable that deliver biological signal in particular. Interesting thing about the medical world is there's not all that much data when it comes to it, especially data, real-life data. How can a doctor know how your body's behaving in real life,
Well, if you pair this with the DNA data that people like 23andMe are doing, and I could anonymously give you my biometrics through my life, and you had my DNA, what might we discover?
Well, I mean, your guess is as good as mine, but I think the train has left the station. Like the number of startups and companies in scientific who derive insights from biological signal and DNA information and other markers, it's going to be limitless. I think it's going to happen pretty fast, actually.
And this, to me, would seem like something that would cost thousands of dollars that Kobe Bryant would, pay for, something like that, athletes. Is that the market for this?
No, I would be delighted if Kobe Bryant wants one. Give me a shout.
Kobe Bryant wants to wear this every day. Of course, he's a super athlete who wants to track everything.
Of course. But we spent a lot of time, Jason. Like honestly, the last year and a half of the company was working on the bill of material and making this consumer grade and consumer priced. So this is really designed, engineered to be a consumer product for athlete, weekend warrior, people with want to improve their health, their well-being in general, not just for professional athletes who are going to pay thousands of dollars.
When would the people in the audience be able to buy one of these, do you think, best case scenario?
Well, I'm going to skip that one. Actually, for those of you interested in having what we think is a very advanced shirt, go to OMSignal.com/launch. We will be launching soon, in the spring for sure, and we'll have limited quantities. We'll prioritize people who give us their email. We'll also, and it's all I can say now, I know it's limited, we'll have a special price for people at this conference, but we need your email today, OMSignal.com/launch.
So we could be the beta users, basically, this group.
Yeah, well, we're going to prioritize people in
that's
this
awesome.
group.
I appreciate that. Now, this is actually for me. This fits.
Absolutely.
You made me my own shirt, so
Absolutely.
I'm going to be using this
Yes.
for the next month.
Awesome.
So there's no excuse for me not to lose weight or understand. My wife is going to have a field day with this, you realize. She's going to sync it to her phone, and she's going to be like, you really need to get off your ass and work out.
Yeah, that could happen.
So back to price. Is this a comparable to Google Glass as a wearable or comparable to
No.
Fitbit?
No, it's much cheaper than Google Glass. Listen, like just imagine 1 or 2 months at a high-end gym, for example.
Okay, so we're talking $200-300 or something in that range, I'm going to guess.
It's going to be competitive with consumer wearables. It's consumer product.
Let me ask our spectacular audience, how many people would buy this at a $300 price point? How many people would buy it at a $200 price point? Raise your hand. And okay, yeah. So basically, if this is $200 or $300, you got most of the audience here would be into this.
Awesome.
It's a huge market.
Awesome.
Nothing like this has existed in the market except for that stupid strap that gets the heart rate, right?
But we haven't found anybody yet who loves their strap monitor. But the fact is that, in our team we have Joanna, our head of intelligent textiles, probably one or the most renowned person in the world in that field. She's seen prototypes in universities for 15, 20 years. He's done stuff with the US Army and antennas and shirts. And so electronic textile has been around, but there's a big leap in turning a prototype that's worth thousands of dollars, a little clunky, into a consumer-grade product. That's what we focused on.
Do you see a day where when we're watching a sporting event, the heart rate of LeBron James and the breathing and those kind of metrics are on the television, like attached to them?
Now, I think it's inevitable. In the field of sports, even in the fields of, imagine a political debate with the biometrics of the people, I think this type of entertainment is going to be upon us very, very soon.
This would be fascinating during the World Series of Poker final table. You would know exactly who was bluffing and not based on, because literally, I play with poker players who can look at your carotid artery and know if your heart rate's increasing from seeing it.
Wow.
I mean, not if you're fat like me, but for thinner people, they can tell.
That's some ninja stuff.
It's some crazy ninja stuff. So in the summer, we're going to all be wearing these.
I hope so.
And it's a consumer product, so does that mean by making it a consumer sports product, you're not having to go through like a medical device sort of process?
Yes, that's partly what it means. In fact, when you know how it is, so you start with a thesis when you launch your startup. So my co-founder and I, our original thesis was that the first applications were going to be around tuning into yourself, mindfulness, more kind of yoga, Lululemon-ish if you wish. And we've had a pop in our trials of people wanting that use case. But the three sort of cohorts that stepped up naturally stronger were one, the athletes, weekend warrior, people who do some sports and want to improve their performance, and people with chronic condition as well, which represents one adult American out of two, and the quantified self folks, which is a larger kind of segment than we think, people who just want to understand how they tick. These are the cohorts that naturally kind of popped up, but we decided to go consumer first.
Impressively, you were able to do this all on $1 million in seed funding? Slightly more? A little more. Dave Cohen, who's a big friend of the show here from Techstars, is an investor.
Yes.
The battery lasts 3 to 5 days?
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic, because that would be a big one of the goods. Now, what about smells? I mean, can I just wash this every day?
Of course.
It's washable. You just wear it. Is it going to wear out over time?
It's a shirt.
But it's got some of those fabrics
No,
and
it's not a
sensors in it. The sensors
Like
can
we
withstand.
recommend right now, we recommend line dry. But I mean, my wife has put it in the drying machine a few times, and I got signal. But we recommend line dry. Listen, like we think this is going to be ubiquitous. Like you go to, wherever you buy your clothes, Macy's or whatever, and you won't even ask. It will be a connected device. And this will lead to partial retrofitting of some of the textile industry.
Phase one of your company is to put it out and let consumers buy it at OMSignal.com/launch. But phase two, you license all this stuff, and I buy it in a Nike shirt. Or something like that?
Like that. Like indeed, like we definitely see this as a platform, Home Inside, and empowering other major brands to bring distribution. And also, this is a way to enable critical massive biological signal data faster by leveraging distribution power of established brands. So that's kind of how we think about it.
Stéphane, this is totally amazing and mind-blowing, and thank you for sharing it, and thank you for
very
building
much.
it.
Thank
we
you
really
for the
appreciate you
opportunity.
coming.
Thank you.
Absolutely fascinating. What can be done with a very small amount of, I mean, literally that's under $2 million invested in that company. And I am not an investor, but I'm going to be.